creative podcast.
That's ridiculous, right? Like, imagine if I really talk like that. How ridiculous would that be? Like, do they teach broadcasters to speak that way, like all nasally and fake? Because they all do it, right? Like, when was that decided that was the way to go? Like, listen to the news with your eyes closed and listen to the broadcaster tell you the news and think, if there was a person in my real life who spoke like that, they would sound ridiculous. I don't know why I'm thinking of that right now. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday, chilling out. I am almost done with my master's, and I can't wait for this thing to be over with. This thing has dominated my life for like the last 2 years. It's been awesome. I've learned a lot of really good stuff and valuable information, and really pushed myself to create some great work. But it's just been a complete drain on my cognitive load, my mind, and my time, really. My kids are getting a little bit older now, and they kind of demand a lot more of me. Kind of takes away from that. It was easy like the first year when my daughter was really young and my son was a baby and they slept for like 3 hours a day. It didn't really make a difference, but now they don't nap at all. So it's kind of huge, and I'm glad that I really only have like 1 week left and I'm done. But the master's program led me to this podcast, and it's been really fun. I really enjoy it. This is just gonna be a solo show with me, really short, kind of a brief, state of the union, state of the crazy. I'm gonna keep doing the podcast after I finish my master's, just because I think it's great. It's been a great networking tool. I've got some really good shows coming up. Next week, I'm taking a vacation. I'm done. My family and I are going up to New Hampshire, where there is no service whatsoever. I'm not touching my phone. I'm not looking at social media. I'm unplugging. It's probably going to be pretty rough. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be hard, man. I've been plugged into that, constantly trying to make this podcast work and get a following going and being active on social media, and it's going to be hard to kind of unplug completely. So we'll see. Might have withdrawals. But yeah, when I come back, I'm going to do actually 2 episodes. I'm going to have Pete Sina from Digital Surgeons on next week, and I'm also going to have some other people. Let me see. Sonia Plum. And she's a dancer in West Hartford. She runs a dance troupe, and I'm going to interview her and talk to her about her process. And then after that, I'm going to have Backstreet Brewing Company from Bloomfield, Connecticut. They're going to be on like the 28th. So that'll be cool. The beer community's been really fun. Matt was a good podcast episode for me, and having him on was great. So that was one of my highest viewed shows, and I was surprised because I used to really be into beer at one point in my life, and now that I'm so busy with work and a family that I don't spend as much time in the craft brewing world, but that's really exploded. So that'd be cool to get some more of those folks on. What else is new? I left my job February. I'm retarded. July 24th was my last day at my full-time in-house job. That was also my goal. When I was kind of rounding the corner towards the end of my master's, I was thinking, well, I need to start preparing to apply for some new jobs. And when I started thinking about it, I started thinking, well, maybe I don't want another job. Maybe I want to work for myself. And I thought, talking to my wife, we discussed like, well, how would we make that happen? And I'd always done like freelance, basically since college, but never really made the push to try to maybe do that as like a larger form of income. And we kind of had a conversation. My wife, Katie, was really smart about it. She was like, if you lost your job today, how would you get work? And that was a good point. And I said, well, I would immediately call these few people, boom, 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 and see if they had anything. And she's like, well, why don't you just do that? So, and it was probably the smartest thing and the best thing I've heard. And I've kind of made that happen a bit. I had an interview last Friday already with an agency for potential freelance work. I've got some things coming in, and it's looking good. It's looking like this actually might work. It went from being like, I don't know if I'll get enough work to sustain a freelance career, and now all of a sudden it's turned into, I don't know if I'm going to be available or have enough time to do all of the work that might come rolling in, which is good. It's a good spot to be in, I guess. It's a little bit scary, but we'll see. We'll make it happen. We'll make it work. Kind of excited to see, what could come of this, even if it's, somebody offers me a job somewhere that I can't turn down, or maybe I get an opportunity to do some really cool work, some exciting stuff. That'd be fun. I mean, that's the biggest goal, really. I get bored very easy, and I can't sit still, and I want to do fun and interesting things. I want to design stuff that looks awesome, and I want to be on top of ahead of the curve when it comes to technology. I don't want to get stagnant and get used to doing one form of communication. I want to be, doing the next big thing, and I don't want to get stale or get left behind. That's my biggest thing. I want to be able to be a designer well into the future. I don't want to be obsolete because I'm doing print brochures and business cards, and in 15, 20 years, nobody's doing those anymore, So we'll see. I've been messing around a lot with a lot of technology, social media, new apps, kind of messing around with Snapchat a bit. I'm at SERABOIN, Raboin on Snapchat, just kind of like messing around with that and seeing what's up with that scenario. It's a bit different. You have you can do some 30-second stories and if photos and stuff. So it's even it's like Twitter, but even more. You have to be even more sharp and concise because you've got about 30 seconds to say what you're going to say. So that's pretty cool. What else? I've been doing a lot of stuff on Hootsuite. That actually has been a really helpful tool. Once a week when I get up in the morning, I'll sit down, and there's a really cool thing on Hootsuite. They do suggestions, which they tell you put in 3 topics. For me, it's design, art, and maybe business or something. And it'll curate the internet and pull up various articles that might be of interest to you that you can share, and then you go ahead and you can schedule them. So I'll sit down once a month and schedule interesting blog posts for the rest of the month, and they'll just go automatically. And that's a way to kind of build a following a little bit, keep your finger on the pulse of a specific industry. So I think that's kind of neat. Taking advantage of that. And then I schedule my blog posts and the podcast releases on that also. So, yeah, it's cool. So I've got 15 episodes already done. And the podcast has been great. It's been a great networking tool. I've met a lot of really cool people that I never would have met under normal circumstances. If I would have emailed them to just go talk, I don't think I would have gotten the same response as I do having them on the show. And a lot of people are actually really grateful and fun and open, and we're like friends. I don't know how many people I've sat down with and we've had a beer and talked for an hour, and next thing you know, they text me regularly and we have a good time. And I've actually learned quite a bit. My buddy Matt Pringle showed me a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't even know. Some really cool tips and tricks and tutorials and resources for design. That guy's awesome. I also talked to recently my buddy Nate Moore. He showed me some other stuff. I'm thinking of maybe working on some things that maybe to help promote the show and help promote myself. So he showed me a couple things because he has his own clothing line, And so he's kind of in touch with a lot of that promotional stuff like shirts and stickers and things like that. So I'm thinking maybe I might get into some of that. Kind of been, with the time off here on vacation next week, I've been kind of just mellowing out, finishing up my master's, like I said, and it's been nice kind of just, I don't know, I've been going pretty hard for the past 2 years, really hard the past 6 months. 6 months it's been rough. I get up, I've been getting up at like 4 a.m. and doing a couple hours of work before I go to work, and then I come home and I visit with the family and do the family thing, and then I'll do work until 10:30, 11 at night. But then having work looming over your head at night a lot of times, it kind of infringes on that family time, and it's never like you're never fully present. As much as I'm there, I'm not always there. So it's been nice this past couple days to kind of just kind of get simpler and unplug a little bit and be there for everybody, and getting a little bit more sleep. So it's something I gotta really I got kind of slammed at the beginning of July with a freelance job, and I put in about 90 hours between the 3rd and the 15th, on top of the 40 hours of work and some grad school work and kids and family time. So this week was pretty rough, or this month, past month, I'm sorry. First 3 weeks of July probably took a couple years off my life. So I'm ready to take a little break here for a little bit and enjoy the rest of the summer. It's work is good. Earning money to support your family is good. Making a name for yourself is good. Being successful is good, but I think sometimes you need to. There comes a point when you need to kind of like pump the brakes a bit and check yourself, because it'll all be worthless if if I drop dead of a heart attack in a couple of years. So on that note, I've been I think I put on like 10 pounds, 15 pounds in those 3 weeks. I mean, working from 4 to midnight for 2 weeks straight. You'll make some bad decisions dietarily. A pint of ice cream, a donut here I'll do what I got to do to make it through and be a pleasant person to be around. So, and I'm paying for it now. So went for a nice run this morning and been starting to hit the gym a little more. That my schedule's loosened up. I don't know. Fitness and health has always been kind of a big priority in my life, and I want to continue that to be a part of my life. And kind of set the example for my kids that being healthy is a life choice that you want to make. With so much in our world now that it kind of sets you up not to be healthy. You got to do what you can to stay healthy and stay fit. And enjoy a little bit too. I'm not, a complete opus dei about it. I'm not gonna, if I decide I want some ice cream, I'm gonna eat the ice cream. I'm not gonna punish myself. I'll have a couple beers and kind of relax. Try to live a normal lifestyle. That's pretty much what I'm up to, and having fun. I've had some really cool events that I should probably even talk about. August 15th, there's a CrossFit competition up in East Windsor, hosted by CrossFit Hartford. It's the Summer Meltdown. I can provide a link to that. And actually, that's my other thing that I'm into. My wife Katie and I are into a supplement company we recently become individual distributors for. It's called Isogenics. They sell some really high-end supplements, and we're distributors for that company. And we're going to set up a booth at the Meltdown and provide samples, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm I'm going to be honest, those supplements really help, especially on the days where I'm getting up at 4 and work until midnight, and sleep is so light. I've been taking their like protein supplements for my training, and their mental vitamins, and their brain booster. and those really think those things got me through. I can definitely tell on days I didn't take them that I was pretty edgy and cloudy. And when I took that stuff, I was able to kind of stay focused and get through the day. So I stand by the company. I think they're cool. They have a good system, great products. So that's something else I'm trying out to trying to get into fitness and grow a business in fitness somehow. And then this might be a cool opportunity for Katie and I to earn a little extra money on the side and be involved in the fitness community in some capacity. I used to coach CrossFit, and I used to, I'm an athlete, and I don't think I'm as good a coach as I'd like to be. That requires so much training and discipline, which I don't know if I have the time to do that and be a designer and do my own design business. But the supplement thing is kind of cool too, and it gets us out there and to talk to people and expose people to a really cool product. So also, let's see, there's the Hops for Hope that Matt Westfall mentioned during my podcast with him. That's August 31st. I could send a link to that. There's a guy here in town. His son has a disease that they're raising money for with this beer fest. It's supposed to be really small, and they have like some really high-end brewers showing up with really cool beers apparently. So people should probably check that out. Trying to think. CrossFit Hartford, I should mention, has definitely been my supporter through all of this. They've definitely hooked me up. I've done some work for them, but they've been awesome to work with. If you want to do CrossFit, I love CrossFit. Obviously, like I said, I'm super busy, and just to get in and get out, and in 1 hour a day, 3 to 4 days a week, you can get in really good shape. And I'm proof of it. I'm not bullshitting you here. So, if you want to try CrossFit, it's super fun. CrossFit Hartford's the place to go. And also Hartford Adobe. Scott Reynolds has been a really good friend to me too. He's helped me out quite a bit. And his networking group, the Hartford Adobe user group, is awesome. Pretty cool place for designers if you want to meet some new people and talk about the Adobe software or anything in the design industry. Definitely check that out. That's meetup.com/Hartford Adobe. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I'm getting close to my 20 minutes, and I kind of want to cut it there. Just wanted to give you guys an update on me and what I've been up to. I'm looking forward to finishing school, wrapping all this stuff up, and getting a little R&R for the week, and then having a good summer. Come back strong and put out some good stuff and great content and do some great design work. So, yeah, I guess that's where I'll cut it. I kind of wanted to just keep this one short and sweet. If anyone wants to be on the show, please, if you're doing something cool and you're awesome and you're doing something awesome and you want people to know about it, hit me up. SteveRaboin.com. Check out my Twitter. Hit me up there. Facebook. If you have an event that you want to promote somehow, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help. I'll yell out anything. I'll help out anybody. And also, since I left my job, I am free for freelance design work. If you need anything, you need a logo, business cards, that type of thing. You want to set up a podcast? Want me to come help you, show you how? Let me know. I'm more than happy to help. I'm taking on clients. So that's pretty much it. I hope everyone's having a good, happy, healthy summer. The weather's been great. This is probably the best summer I've had in memory. I feel great, and hope you do too. The people that have been watching the show and subscribing, thank you so much. Please continue to do so. Shoot me some comments, because comments and likes and subscriptions, give me 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe on YouTube, and throw up some comments on the Facebook page, because that's the stuff that helps the show drive to the top. So if you're already following and you want to help out, that's you really don't you couldn't do much any more than that. That would be the best. I love to talk to people, as you can tell, and I look forward to what's going to come up next on the Crazy Creative. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.